Hello there, my name is Merijn, and in my next few YouTube videos I will explain exactly how you can build muscle effectively with a lean bulk. Maybe you are in the beginner stages and you want to start lifting, or you have been lifting for a while but you're not seeing the results that you're after. In this series I'm going to explain exactly how to start off right. When most gym goers think about the concept of bulking, they think it means eat everything in sight because the more food I consume, the more muscle I will grow. Unfortunately, that is not how the body operates physiologically. If anything, excessive calories are more easily stored as body fat than as extra muscle tissue. Therefore, it is important to do things properly to make sure you gain as much muscle as possible while minimizing fat gain. In today's video, I will dive into the nutritional aspect of a lean bulk. The other episodes will include training and mindset. There is only one thing that I ask back from you in return for all this knowledge and information that I'm going to share, and that is that you simply share these videos, these episodes with some of your friends and give the video a thumbs up if you learned anything and if it was helpful. I would highly appreciate it. With no further ado, let's get started. Macronutrients. Many people start following meal plans when they're trying to build muscle, and that is not necessarily a wrong approach, but I do think it's very important to understand why you do certain things and why it actually works. Understanding calories and macronutrients are the key to controlling fat loss and muscle gain. The term macronutrient describes the major components of someone's diet that are required in relatively large amounts. The three main energy-containing macronutrients are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. This energy comes in the form of heat, called calories. Carbohydrates and protein contain 4 calories per gram, while fats contain 9 calories per gram. Protein. Protein is used by the body to build, repair, and maintain muscle tissue. Protein consists of amino acids, also referred to as the building blocks of protein. Protein is essential for the growth and the building of new tissue, as well as the repair of broken down tissue, which is exactly what happens when you work out. Therefore, it is crucial to get in a sufficient amount of protein, since your goal is to build muscle. Some example protein sources are lean beef, chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, and if you're vegan, for example, tofu, tempeh, or edamame beans. Fats. Fats, technically called lipids, are the most energy dense of the three macronutrients. They are composed of building blocks called fatty acids. A fat-free diet can hinder muscle growth in a person who exercises. Therefore, it is very important that you get in a sufficient amount of fats per day. Fats can be found in different sources. I'm going to give a few examples: olive oil, avocados, nuts, chia seeds, Greek yogurt, butter. Carbs. Carbohydrates have gotten quite a bad rap in the last few years with all the low carb stuff out there. Many people think that carbs are the enemy and they are what causes fat gain. Wrong. Carbohydrates are the preferred fuel source for your body's and brain's energy needs. It's carb energy that fuels your workouts. Guess what? If you want to build muscle, you better make sure you have enough fuel to progress in the gym. Too many calories of any type can lead to fat gain. With carbohydrates, people eat too many sugary carb foods, which also often contain fat. And while it's true that you need carbohydrates for energy, you only need so much, but you definitely do not need to avoid them or be afraid of them. A few examples of foods that are rich in carbohydrates are whole grains, pasta, rice, bread, potatoes, and fruits. Micronutrients and fiber. Micronutrients are part of foods that don't provide caloric energy but still perform a range of physiological duties and are vital to maintaining optimal health. These include vitamins, minerals, and organic acids. Most people don't need to be tracking their micronutrient intake as long as they're eating a sufficient amount of fruits and vegetables per day. Fiber is another important component of your diet. They aid the digestion process, assist with mineral balance, improve heart health, and improve blood lipids. Hydration. Many people are unaware of how water affects performance. Even being slightly dehydrated can cause poor performance, and it's often overlooked. I recommend drinking between 3 and 4 liters of water a day. Why track macros and not calories? Calories aren't all the same. A calorie is a unit of measurement that represents the amount of energy your body gains upon consumption. However, you must consider the source of calories. Two foods may have similar calorie contents, but completely different macro and micronutrient breakdowns. Therefore, I highly recommend tracking your macronutrients and not just your calories. How to calculate your daily macros. On the My Shredded Lifestyle website, we have a free tool that will help you calculate your personal macros. Click the link in the description of this video and that will take you to the tools page. Now click on the TDEE calculator. TDEE means total daily energy expenditure. These are the amount of calories you burn each day. Therefore, if you eat exactly this amount, your body will stay the same, also called maintenance calories. Fill out the form on the website and click on calculate. I recommend going for the total body weight formula because most people have a wrong idea of what their body fat percentage is. Not all the body fat tests are accurate. So the outcome for me here is 2715 calories. Now I'm going to go back to the tools page and click on macro calculator. In order to do a lean bulk, you have to eat more calories than you burn. This is called being in a caloric surplus. The other possibility is eating in a caloric deficit, in which you will eat less calories than you burn, also called cutting, which is losing body fat. For now, we are going to eat in a caloric surplus to build muscle, but not a very big surplus. The reason I call it a lean bulk is because you will only be in a slight caloric surplus, instead of eating a lot more food than you burn. This minimizes fat gain and makes sure you mainly gain muscle. So the concept basically is that when you're eating at maintenance, you will stay the same. When you eat a little bit more than that, and next to that you also do heavy resistance training, which I'll explain in another episode, your body will use that extra food in order to build muscle. But that can only be done in a certain amount. So if you eat way more than that, your body will also gain much more fat, right? Now, if you eat less calories than your maintenance calories, you will be in a cutting phase because now your body does not have enough food to even sustain its current shape. So it will start burning fat from your body as energy, but that is not a muscle building process. That is a fat loss process. So I like to view both of them differently because yes, you can do both at the same time, but it's not very effective to do so. So instead, we will be focusing on a lean bulk, which we gain as much muscle as we can. And then later, when you have built a decent amount of muscle, that is when you start cutting down and you get lean. You will take your TDEE and add 200 calories on top of that number. 2715 plus 200 is 2915 calories. I will round this number to 2900 calories. I enter 2900 calories as my daily caloric target. Click on calculate and the numbers will come out on the right side. Those are the macros that you will be following every single day. Take note that my numbers will be different than your numbers and that anyone else's numbers because everybody is different and everybody needs a different amount of calories per day. Also take note that these numbers may not be accurate for you because this calculator cannot take some things into account. So in real life application may not always work out, but it's a very good place to start, right? Now this is also why I'm an online coach, because the internet or calculating some things does not always work out in real life because at the end of the day, we have humans that we're dealing with and everybody, needs an individual approach. To make it simple, this is the right way to start though, and you can always adjust things from here. Tracking your food intake. Now you have the numbers. What is next? Well, every food that you eat contains a set amount of calories and macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats, as explained earlier. The goal is to hit these macronutrient targets every single day. In order to do that, you should track your food intake. You do not have to keep doing this every single day if you don't want to, but you surely have to in the beginning to get an understanding of food and its macronutrient contents. I recommend using the app MyFitnessPal to do so. There is also other apps you can use, but I will use this as an example. Every food contains a different amount of protein, fats, and carbs. Therefore, it is not possible to eat some things in large amounts, since then you will overdo one macronutrient. There needs to be a balance of foods to reach all your goals and not go too high on one macronutrient. When you install the app, it will ask you for your information and it will set goals for you. You can ignore those goals and work with the targets that we have set in today's video. Those are the correct targets for you to start following. The goal is to hit these targets every day, but in reality you will never exactly hit them, and that is fine. Try to be within a 5 to 10 gram ratio of these targets. For example, if your protein target is 170 grams a day, it is also fine to eat 180 grams a day, and it's also fine to eat 160 grams on some days, as long as you are within that ratio. When you purchase foods in a grocery store, they will have a label which contains all the macronutrient information. Before you eat a food, weigh it out and enter the amount into the app. I recommend weighing and entering in the app before you actually eat it so that you can see what the effect will be on the numbers. In the beginning, you might make some mistakes because you do not have the proper knowledge yet about the macronutrients of different food sources, and therefore you might eat too much of one by accident. Making mistakes is fine. It is all part of the process in learning. You can manually enter the foods into the app and search for them, or you can scan the barcode of the food. Always double check with the label of the food if the macronutrients are equal to what is in the app. Since users can manually enter foods into the app, sometimes mistakes are made, so make sure to double check. Many people decide to follow a meal plan and eat the same thing every day. This is also a possibility and makes it easy to get to your daily macronutrient, since it involves less thinking and puzzling of numbers, because every day will be exactly the same, so you only have to calculate it once. Food selection. In theory, you can pretty much eat any food you want as long as you hit your macronutrients of the day. However, most active individuals tend to get the most out of their training and lifestyle by consuming nutrient-dense, minimally processed foods. This includes things like whole grains, vegetables, fruits, lean meats, nuts, eggs, certain dairy products, and simply not too much junk food. What I typically recommend is 80 to 90% whole unprocessed foods, and then you can play around with the other 10 to 20%. This helps you deal with any cravings you may have, such as having some chocolate, ice cream, etc. Keep the right balance and live your best life while getting in shape. This fitness thing is supposed to be fun, and you see me eating out, partying, and living the good life all the time on my YouTube channel. It is what I preach, because fitness should not take over your life, it should enhance your life. So have that right balance, enjoy your life to the fullest, and get in great shape at the same time. It is possible. These are the nutritional basics on how to start a lean bulk. Now in the next episode, I'm going to share with you guys a free workout routine in which I'll explain everything you need to know in order to build muscle in the gym. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for the other episodes and turn on your notification bell so that you will be notified when my next video drops. With that said, hope you have a great day and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.